This is the Cutting Edge, and I refer my next Wednesday. You know, this program has always been proactive. And the reason for why we're going to say it has been proactive, because some of the times when we say certain things and do certain things on the program, people see it as either we out strange, or some people say, well, that's wicked, you know, wicked. No, this is Child's Month. This is Child's Month, and in light of what is going on in Jamaica with children, we see that the parenting, we don't see them talk about it on the other program about parenting. Now, over the years, I've been playing that beginning of Cutting Edge. I have copied it, emailed it to many people who ask me, say, Muta, where you get that tune from? People that ask me if them can't go buy it at the record store. It's not something that you can find at the record store. It was made just to the Cutting Edge. But it's a good lesson for parents. And I know that a lot of parents have already, is that them tape it off of the program or actually ask me if we cut tape it for them, put it on CD for them, or send it through the email. And we have never told somebody so we not do it yet. If you don't get it on CDs, because I don't really have no CD player, I have a computer right now, burn a CD. But what I say is that if you listen to it carefully, and which a lot of people have been listening to it, but if you listen to it carefully, you will recognize that it is so befitting of this month, Child's Month. We're talking about the beginning of the program, the Cutting Edge, what them call the theme song for the Cutting Edge. So here we're going to do, we're going to bring it to your attention. Since them said this is Child's Month, and we never wait till Child's Month to play it. We have been playing it for quite a while now. Years we have been playing it. So true, this is Child's Month, and true, what is taking place around us leaves much to be desired. We're going to play it again, because we think we have to bring it to your attention even clearer in this time of the month, in this time of the year, sorry. So here goes. Children, well, sometimes not even what you say, but is who you are, they will emulate. Who you are, your children will emulate. Very important message, especially for this time of the year that is seen as Child's Month. This is the Cutting Edge and RFM. We're there with you. Go. You say this is the month where them chase Child's Month, but it take on a different level of thinking based upon how we are going in Jamaica right now with the children. As before, a couple of years ago, we hear of a little 6-year-old youth where them kidnap. The father did come, I think, at school, and the father did have to fight them out, but them guy with them youth, serious thing are going on in Jamaica, yeah, man. I mean, if it's not one thing, it's the other. We think the things them could have get little better, but every week you hear something even stretch. I mean, your imagination can't go no further right now. Believe you me. What else can they do? And the next week them come with something they never think about them could have done. You know what I mean? Like, we hear them shot. We a policeman shot a man and shot himself. And I mean, like, I know we see a policeman just shot a man on the road a while ago. Well, him never look too right still. Believe you me, he never look too right. But I don't know where we're going. Believe you me, I don't know where we're going. Sweet on in the Rock recording over is really a poem actually done by a man named Khalil Gibran out of Lebanon. It was a Lebanese poet who wrote The Prophet, the book called The Prophet, one of my biggest known work. Him do this book, The Prophet, and him talk about Almitris coming through and say, speak to us when them ask the prophet, speak to us on different topics of marriage, of death, of money and children. And that was on children. The prophet speaks on children, and it has been echoed all over the world in different languages and different tongues and different ways. That one poem on children, you just heard Sweet Honey in the Rock doing it. But we come to this part in the road, you know, where it gets away. It gets away because we hear people talk about where them are doing and where them are doing, and all things are get better and this and that and that, and we can't see it. I mean, anybody in them right mind, I watch the TV a while ago and some know say these politicians are living in a bubble. I don't know where them live, but there's nobody that I walk upon in Jamaica that say things are get better. Whether economically or socially. I have not met anyone that say, why you know say, believe you me, you know, things nicer in Jamaica, you know, I mean, like really we're happy still, you know. Believe you me, you know, because we're happy, you know. And believe you me, if it was a little music, I'm going to say it all the while, you know, whether we want to accept the music dirty or we want to accept the music clean. If it was a little dirty music and clean music about the place, you know, trust me, man, believe you me, we have to say give thanks to the little music we have play about the place, you know. Because sometimes the little music just drown the people them sorrow for a moment. Because when them go back at them yard, them have the misery. But you see the moment in the music, maybe if the music never there, that is when you couldn't really tolerate them. Believe you me. So everywhere you go in the car in Jamaica right now, you have a little man string up in back and a play. That is the only solace the people them have right now in Jamaica. For just ease them pain. For just ease them pain in Jamaica. Them have the music. Whether we want to accept it or not. The people them are try dance with them troubles. Them can't dance with them troubles still, you know. But for that moment in time, because you need something another, something another for just brace you little, you know. Because you know, say, sometimes you brace for something, you feel it a pop down. But you know, say, that's the little brace there, give you a kind of confidence, say, by the time it drop down, you know, you can catch up back. You understand? And that the music, I do, the music really, it's a pop down. The music a pop down, you know, but at that moment in time, whether it's for a Monday or a weddy or whatsoever you have about the place, whether you're uptown or downtown, whether you're young or you're middle age or old, a little music, whether you go church or you go dance hall, just a little thing there, near music in Jamaica right now, the people them are smiling, but smiling faces sometimes, believe you me. And you know them say, you push a dog around for so long. One day that dog, I say it. You push a dog around for so long. One day that dog will turn and bite you. So watch how you treat the dog. Because right now the people them worse than dog right now. You know, them mannerism towards each other. The way the people them are going now, you know. Trust me. Dog now going to other dog. The people them are treat one another. That's when a man say, boy, you're a dog, you know. It's like you insult dog when you start telling man say you're a dog, you know. All you hear them man talk about me dog, I call him friend dog, you know. It's like you know, see the dog them good, I don't let one and say, hey, what them little people are doing? Or them a call one another dog and then worse now. It's like the monkey, it's like the tree monkey will sit down on the coconut tree. I try to figure out how the hell man talk about them evolved from monkey and them a go on so. Oh, them a go on so. Well, I see saying that Jamaican society, you know, I see him with the dog them a go on. The dog them good all and say, wait, dog now 3 at night time to go kill dog, you know. Dog now straight, that dog now go around straight sometime for kill dog. So when you really check it, believe you me, the music are all the people them together for that moment in time. Just that little strip, just that little moment in time. The music are all them. So people out there, we're going to say it again. Because if you back up a rat in a corner, you know, and him don't find a way for moving, him go jump on you, know. Yeah. All mongoose though. We have that experience with mongoose already. You push a dog around for so long. One day that dog going to turn and bite you. This is the cutting edge. Aye, sir. All right, I answer nothing. Okay, this is the cutting edge that I refer with there with you. You know, we don't go play a tape, you know. We were supposed to play that tape from the April, in April, last month, really. Why the month, the time I go fast, you know. January, February, March, April, May, we're not the 5th month now. You know, say, at this month, Jacob Miller did pass away. And Bob Marley. Yeah, Bob Marley. When Bob Marley passed, the 11th of May, and Jacob Miller passed. I must say the 12th of May, you know, I don't remember, I stand to be corrected still, but 2 great artists passed away. But as we speak, we start the program with the children, and we mentioned the team where we play all the while, how relevant it is, especially in this month, yeah. A very important message for parents to them children, which should be resonated all the while in all the families. Teach the children the same, what we call it, team song where we play. All right, we're going to interview here with, from Westmoreland, really. Westmoreland, you know, so all the things are going on Westmoreland, I know, you know, because them have the Farm Up Jamaica thing. We're big in our Westmoreland there. Believe you me. Yeah, them a plant organic ginger, honey and organic, all sorts of thing. We used to say Ital, now them a say organic. Okay. All right. Stoddart, Miss Melissa Stoddart?
Yes, sir. Melissa Stoddart.
Okay. I get the name right. Believe you me. Member of Respect and Protect Our Children Initiative, and also Youth Empowerment Officer for Westmoreland with the Ministry of Youth and Culture. We have a whole heap of things that go on where your name they do.
It sounds like a lot, sir, but I can assure you, they're very simple.
I hope you get the same amount of money for the same amount of things that you have around your name there.
Well, sir, that is not always the case, but today we are here for a greater purpose and not one associated with money at all at this moment.
Definitely. Okay. All right. This month seems to be stepping up to be one of the most, what we call it, insightful Children Month. Because usually we have Children Month, but now we see that there's so much activity, especially in relationship to what is happening with our children. Yes, in Jamaica now. This project that you're venturing on now, is this a reaction to what is taking place now, or was it there from the beginning?
All right. So this program, this project that we're actually initiating now is actually something that is new in essence in terms of the committees and new committee. But as stakeholders, most of the committee members are educators, persons who are social workers, many persons who are involved with the welfare and care of our children and our youth. And as such, we thought it's very imperative that we should put together a committee that will not just seek to reinvent a wheel, but to be proactive in the process. Even though now we see so many groups reacting, we are forming now a central that will seek to be proactive in the process to actually respond. Because what we are seeing now is the increased plight of our children. There's so many situations and issues that we're seeing now being highlighted where children are being abused, and we as a committee just really want to commit to the efforts geared towards
that's why I was asking you if it is a new initiative or it was in reaction to what is taking place now.
In essence, the initiative in itself is new because the committee is new, but the members who would have formed the committee, these are all persons and stakeholders who would have already been involved in the process of protecting and promoting respect for our children.
All right, so who are these individuals or group that you speak of?
We have many stakeholders. We have the program formulator, who is the founder, Mr. Rayon Stinson from the Belmont Academy. We have ministers on board, so we do have persons represented from various churches. We have the Ministry of Youth. We have the Women's Center. We have so many stakeholders. I could not list all the stakeholders. That would take up all your program, Muta. But I can tell you that we have a very multifaceted and diverse group of activists and leaders who are committed to the task to protect and preserve and ensure that our children's rights are being respected.
All right. We see that there's some activities that is planned for this month.
Very much so.
It's on the May the 15th. That is when the activities start.
And that is observed as actually Children's Day. And we're having one of our the major function that we'll be having is actually the Respect and Protect Our Children initiative. We'll be having a motorcade, which will begin at 10 a.m. And we'll be leaving from some very strategic locations in Westmoreland here, which includes Grange Hill, Nigel Square, Petersfield, and White House, and downtown Savlamar. We will then go to the Independence Park in Savlamar this will actually be at 1 o'clock, where Minister Hannah will be actually our guest speaker. We'll have a mass sensitization meeting. And this meeting is really just to garner much attention to the needs right of the community in terms of protecting the needs of our children. At 2 o'clock, we'll also be having a very positive concert, and this will be headlined by Queen Ifrica and also by Tony Rebel, among others, to include Stepper and many other local performers. There's also a combined choir from the Westmoreland, from all the schools in Westmoreland. And I know it will be a tremendous effort in terms of just garnering some support from the community, because I feel that for too long, Muta, we have been distant in our approach. So we have many persons at different areas geared towards the protection of our children, but we have not necessarily come to the board as a community to take on a village approach, and that's the initiative that we're actually trying to put together for the 15th.
All right. The 15th, as you say, is the day when these activities is going on. What will happen after the 15th? What is going to happen after, like, July?
Pretty much. As I said, the mission and vision of the organization is not something that is just one point. We're multifaceted and we're looking at a very diverse approach. And so we're seeking to continue advocacy after the 15th. We're ensuring that right now the 15th is aimed towards pretty much creating a siren, an alarm for people to really know what is going on. It's a public campaign. After the 15th, Muta will be advocating, we'll be creating public awareness, and we will be creating programs. Currently, we have also Seek Partnership. Will be creating a parent place. We'll also be having a mentorship program, among many other programs to come on board to ensure that we're actually taking a holistic approach, and it's not just a stop-leak approach we're taking by having one day of campaigning. To add to that also, based on the vision of the committee, we will be seeking to work as closely as possible with other stakeholders to ensure that the Child Care and Protection Act, which is the main legislation in Jamaica that seeks to protect our children, is actually enforced. But our main mission now is really to sensitize individuals so as to ensure that the safeguarding of our children's future becomes the responsibility of every individual. Whether or not you're a parent or you may feel like you're a teacher or somebody who is responsible, every individual in Jamaica and worldwide is responsible for the care and protection of our children.
Well, it sounds like something that everyone should come on board with, and
most definitely,
the idea of Child's Month and the idea of starting programs to highlight the children them in this month is quite commendable. It's just that my experience with these things is that because it's Child Month, we hear the alabaloo, and then in the middle of the year or by the end of the year, we're trying to find out. You remember them people that would have the march in a
And I understand clearly because we have seen such initiatives before, Muta. But we can tell you that the group that you're seeing from Westmoreland now, the Respect and Protect Our Children's Initiative, is a group of persons who are committed to the core. These are individuals who are fully cognizant of their responsibility. And being fully cognizant of our responsibility, we are now taking on the personal responsibility to empower the community of their role, to become more militant and vigilant in this process. Not just to be reactive, but also to ensure that we are proactive in the process of protecting our children. Our aim is really to reduce and to prevent child abuse in our country. Well, and I believe it is a civic responsibility of every individual in Jamaica.
I think we reach a stage now where we have to talk about prevention, because right now we have been so reactive to things that it happens, so we start to react that there must be some sit down and figure out well, we know what is happening, but how can we prevent a lot of these things from happening? Because it's an excess amount of things that happen. You can't stop everything, But
I understand very much.
A lot of these things can be stopped if you just deal with that certain preventative measure,
Definitely. And I believe the very first approach in terms of preventing is really creating a general awareness, because many persons in Jamaica will still have the culture of silence where I'm not from the business and I'm my child, so it's not necessarily important for me to participate. But we're saying that we need every individual in Jamaica and beyond the boundaries of Jamaica to become a siren when it comes on to the issues affecting our children, when it comes on to protecting our children and respecting our children. And we believe that by raising awareness, by even allowing persons to become aware of the Child Care and Protection Act, persons can know how to move forward, not just to identify the issues, but also to report, because we need to increase our culture of reporting these issues. The culture of silence is definitely something that we need to stop. And as we go through those communities on the 15th, we are hoping that the community will see the need to come out, not just on the 15th, but to continue raising a red flag when it comes on to the protection of our children in Jamaica.
A whole heap of parents, especially people who, what we call ghetto people, all right.
Yes.
This informal culture where people are saying informal.
Definitely. We are aware of that.
All right. Here's what I'm going to say now. Because a parent understand, that when you shut your mouth, when you see these things happening, you must remember, so you're living in the same community, same area where it's tomorrow. Yesterday was for that person picnic. Today it might be your picnic. And when it happened to your picnic now, who we are going to ball out and say, how come the person over there didn't know that I go on and never tell you? When yesterday you did sit up and go on with somebody else's picnic and you never talk. Why have you look on it that way too?
Exactly the case, Muta. We're pretty much saying as an initiative that we don't want any individual to sit by and become a silent witness to this. We don't want anybody to witness it and remain silent. We want persons to take the initiative to move forward, not just to create policies, because if we do have policies and legislation, and have persons actually encouraging the process by reporting, then those legislations cannot be enforced. And so become merely pretty documents in black and white on paper. But we need to ensure that we encourage all stakeholders. And when we say stakeholders, it means even a child, an adult, whoever you are, wherever you sit at this moment, once you're hearing this interview, even if you're not able to come to Westmoreland on the 15th, we're recommending that you take a similar activity in your community on the 15th or any day, whether you're in your church, whether you're at a party, wherever you are. We want to reach to everyone. Take the initiative. Use social media to advance means whereby we can protect our children. Just today on the news, we were informed that another young lady who is 6 years old was one of our innocent child that she was actually kidnapped. These are things, Musa, that we cannot be silent about, and as an initiative, we are not going to be silent. However, we're just asking stakeholders to come on board and support the initiative wherever you are in Jamaica. This is a best practice. We're recommending that you copy it. Do it wherever you are. Seek our support. We're here to support you, and we will provide the guidance if it is that it is needed.
All right, remind the people them now about May the 15th. Remind the people them White House Square, Granger
Yes,
Square.
so on May the
Sheffield
15th, we will
Square.
be leaving from, we'll have in a mass motorcade and we'll be leaving from Granger Square at 10 o'clock. The same in Negril. We'll also be leaving from Petersfield and White House and downtown Savlamar. And at 1 o'clock in Sab at the Independence Park, we'll be having a mass sensitization meeting where the Honorable Minister Lisa Hanna will be your guest speaker. And at 2 o'clock, we'll be having Queen Ifrica, Tony Rebel, among other advocates for the rights of child, who will be putting on a major concert. So we're recommending that you come out and just support the initiative. Remember, the future of our children, it is in our hand. And without our children, there is no future. So we're just saying to everyone, come out, let us respect and protect our children, because the protection of our children is our responsibility.
Give thanks, sister. Give thanks.
Thank you much.
Yeah, blessed. Yes, yes. That is our initiative that is happening in Westmoreland. Yes. And that seemed to be a big thing, because you know that, yeah, we need some sensitization going on in Jamaica right now, because it's like we have missed the boat. Yeah, man, we missed the boat, man. It's like we now realize we are going. And some people, as we are talking about the shut your mouth culture, you know, the shut your mouth, don't say nothing. Want to win your picnic. So when a woman say them know who trouble your picnic, but them nah say nothing. How you feel? Me know the man will carry I go down the road, you know, but me nah say nothing, yeah. I'm afraid them can kill me. How you feel when somebody would tell you that about your picnic? When you did round the corner and say you not say nothing about the next woman picnic. So if everybody shut them mouth, the resolution, I mean, really, we need to talk about it. We need to talk up. Because me know say, believe you me, you know. We just talked about a while ago. It gone terrible, you know. It terrible, Rasta. It really terrible. Okay, I hear some talking. Oh, this is what I want. Okay. All right, because we are going there, so now. This motorcade thing is very important, because we realize people always have, I mean, Kingston is a big place. And we find a whole heap of them things that are going on in the rural areas, really. I don't think the one today did happen in a rural area, though, but I don't know, it's where going. It's kind of mind-boggling. All of a sudden, me don't know, because me hear Lisa upon the radio today, I said 20 had picked them rescue. And them rescue one, the one who escaped. One of the sisters them escape. Them have her now, I give her protection and them thing there. It's like, me Lisa and I say, it's like the sister scared to talk. She in fear to just say what and how and where. And she, Miss Anna, I say, a 20-yard picnic, them rescue. The sad thing about it, you know, is that hundreds of picnic missing. All in that area, you know. Whole heap of picnic missing. Some of them run away with man and all them things and come back at them yard. But a whole heap of them is never found until somebody are walking at some bush or looking down in some pit and find the picnic there. We don't feel like it's a horror movie. It's like we are living out a horror movie in a Jamaica. I tell you, it's like it's a horror movie I live out in a Jamaica. For ear picnic, I'll find in a pit toilet and in a water tank and them head gone down the river. And just talk about it. It sounds so gory. But it's what? It's reality. This is the life we live. This is where we live in now, in a Jamaica. In the 21st century. Wow. May I tell you? Entrapped. Come like it's that the whole away, you know, a trap. I wonder who set the trap. It's the years. You know, people that talk about the good old days. You know, the good old days seem to be recognized only by good old people. So the good old days is what the good old people make for themselves. Because really, anytime you hear somebody say the good old days, it's where the people that will come before them, they do. Why for them days supposed to be good, So now when them say, the same people, what about when them did a little picnic in the good old days? How come now them scoff at these days there so much? They're not them responsible for them days, because for them parents is responsible for the days when them are called good old days. Yeah. The same day them where you are saying good old day. We are talking to the old people them, like myself, yeah. The same people there, the same good old days where you are talking about was made good not by you, but by the people them who come before you. So when you scoff at these days, when you look on these days and say, boy, say things are nice again, like the good old days. Who is making these days? No, you. Yes. So why our children is not able to live the good old days like you used to live when your parents was in charge? Your parents was in charge of the good old days that you now recommend to your children and say, say in my days, you couldn't do this, and in my days, you couldn't do that. Then, in your days, who are saying in my days, they pick them and do something different where you can't stop. What is it that you used to do in the good old days where you not doing now that your children can do it, and then later down and say it's the good old days? Because maybe, the children them will carve out a better day than today for themselves, and then look back on the day them and say, Lord, this is my parents them. For them, when we did a little picnic, I was terrible days that. And now them say brighter days when them grow big. Maybe that's going to happen. Maybe our children will be saying, or our grandchildren will be saying, why when I was a picnic, it was the terriblest days them I ever live out. Give thanks for these days. The good days that I am living now, not the good old days. So here we are talking about the good old days. And the children them is trying to find out what are these good old days that you was talking about, because I don't answer no night. And the people them I say, we don't answer none of them good old days where you talk about. So the children them have to go carve them own days. Not in the old sense of it, but in the days that them living and them responsible for. So you can't go and talk about the good old days. Why the people them get out unruly, you see? You see in my days, you think you could have a chat back to anybody, you'd have get one ratted lick, you see, all them kind of things the people that are the good old days. And they used to disrupt the people them life. The people them life. Like I talk about when you was a child. I hate when people talk that thing there, You see, when I was a child, if I do something wrong on the road, the neighbor would have beat me. And you see, when I go home, them tell my mother beat me again. And you see, when the father come home and hear what me do, my father, hey, that's some cruelty that, That's some cruelty that. 3 people are beat the picnic for 1. Hey, you go to school and you do something wrong. Teacher beat you. My Mr. Art. For those of you who used to go to Wesley School, know me I talk about. Mr. Art, Rosemary Lane, Wesley School. Right at Rosemary Lane and Tower Street corner there. Mr. Art used to say, touch your toes and take your blows. it's like a thing with most of them high school teachers in them days, the headmaster. It's like a freedom poem that. A freedom poem. And if you ask a whole heap of ones, you will hear them say the same thing about them head teacher. Touch your toes and take your blows. Them used to have one thing with them called cane. One slim thing. Them used to sell cane in a bookshop. Yeah, teacher's shop. Them used to sell cane in it, it make you bend down and touch your two of them and give you some ratted lick by your bottom, you see, man. And if them not do that, they make you hold out your hand miggle. Now, this headmaster, you know what he used to do? He used to have one leather belt, you know. Him call it the snake. Yes, when you stand up, him lick you across your back with the belt, you know. Lick you across your back with the belt. Now, me want to know which teacher lick you across your back with the belt. Now, me want to know which teacher could have made that the mistake, yeah, in at this time, yeah. Which teacher could have take a student and make him stand up in front of him and take one leather belt and give him some lick across him back? Which teacher could have do that right now? I don't know what no teacher can do that. So the thing change up. The thing change up because you know. You see when the teacher used to lick me across my back, it never make me do nothing better or get, I mean, you do the same thing them, but you're more discreet when you do it. Yeah, you make sure say when you do it the next time, you hide to the highest level. That means you premeditate the hiding, you know. Because you know you're going to do something, you know you're going to do it no matter what. But because you don't want to get the lick now, you have to figure out a way, you know, you get more conniving. A conniving we used to call it, you get more conniving when you're going to do the thing now. So more than 1, 2, 3 times, you know, get caught again with that same thing there. So maybe the lick teach you to be more conniving. But it never make me stop do skull school. Man, when you skull school, man, and you go at the school gate and then lock the gate, and that we love, man. We gone a bowl go catch fish. I gone through Rockford Spring there, round at the back of which part, where them call it, Flour Mill. A nice spring used to there run a Flour Mill, you know. Right with the road, they got straight up there, so where I was the old time road that, you know. We used to go on a Flour Mill, behind the Flour Mill there. Nice spring round there. So it's when them lock gate pan way. Okay, alright, they lock the gate. Alright, things to me business. Well, we got Bolo. Bolo used to earn where them call Marcus Garvey drivers, I don't know which part them used to have Bacawal. Them did have a canal there, so. And we used to go catch ticky fish. So in time we skull school at this, so we run gone. Or we used to skull school and go dive up money down at Merkel Bank Hotel, down at Victoria Pier. Or we used to skull school and walk up and down King Street and go in a Woolworth and just walk up and down the place. With a lock gate, but them a lock gate. They say, alright, lock gate what? You think that will stop we from have fun? As a matter of fact, we love when they lock the gate. We love when they lock the gate. So, things and times change now because people like carry gun gas school, you know. We never used to carry ratchet and all them to the gas school. No. We used to play stone war. Stone war. That means, you know, when you go to the road and pierce stone, a man a fling one team up there so fire soon at the next one and the other one a fire soon at the next one down the road. And sometimes they all broke all a man glass and all them way in the house and all them way that you just run. You know, the thing with that stone war thing there, you know. Believe you me, the thing with that stone war thing there. You and a person a war. And a whole lot of people know me I talk about, you know. Because so we used to live long in a them area there. You and a person a war and I chose one upon another, you know. I used to when the next team or your team broke somebody glass, the two teams where they war come together, you know, and run, you know. I used to when they reach up at the top of the road or when they hide, it's like them never did a war. Because them realize nobody now go identify the stone as A team or B team. It's just a stone going in a glass and broke it. And the man have to fix him glass. So, why me I say all of these things is for sure say, in a them time you know, you would not play the stone war again. No. Him carry a knife in his bag and a guy trouble him just stab the guy and him just dead. And teacher watch the picnic on the ground and now move the picnic because them say them no want them carry dirty up. Not them no want them carry blood up. And that's how we reach now, you know. And a stone war again, and a slingshot. Slingshot, you don't put a little pebble and you get a cook stick will look like a Y, and you just get some elastic, and you cut out a piece of bicycle tube, and get a piece of leather upon the top, and make a slingshot, and you put little pebble in it, and bloom, you fire it, and a wire that, you know. Nobody, people don't know about that again. No, sir. So, what Musa talk about? Slingshot. No, sir. I have a thing that me strap up, me well strap. So you know what I'm carrying now? Gun and knife, or pick, ice pick, or scissors, half a scissors. But they broke the scissors and use one half as a weapon. And teacher talk about him want to slap you across your back. You stab teacher, or call your friend on the cell phone and say, you want the teacher just angle me away, you know. The teacher angle away. Tell me how to stay. She have on a red dress and a blue blouse and all them say, all right, you might come up the right away. And you just go into the class and just give the teacher two ratted lick. Boof. All security turn up a gate and can't do nothing because his friend out there oppose with all a gun and say, hey, do something, go on in there, no? Go on in there. And them just run, come out back. Not even run, them walk, come out. Kind of guy now do nothing again and run, you know. First time a man used to grab a bag and run, you know. Him not do that again. Man grab a bag and just walk along the road. Nobody now say nothing. Because we no brother keeper. So the youth them now step up in them wickedness and cruelty. And we have to look upon how it is that it reached a level there. How it reached a level there with the youth them. That is no longer a slingshot war, but it's a gun war, or ratchet war, or ice pick. Because when them go home, I saw them, as that them see that the community with the bigger people them. The same mannerism, the same crudeness, the behavior, the crudeness of the youth them. Come from which part them are come from. And it's not the picnic in the area them are follow. Is a bigger person than themselves. It could have been their mother or them grandmother. Trust me. Some grandmother angle some youth some way. You would never believe it. Worse than our one of the angle a dog. May I tell you? So we have to come to the root of this thing here. What is it that the leaders, politicians, preachers, teachers, people of social upbringing, social consciousness, what is it that we are doing or not doing that is allowing or enabling the society to become so vicious? Because when I talk now about the grabbing of our children, no, I talk about the way we bring up our children. And that we are talking about, how we bring up our children. The children don't have no role model in a them community. Because when them turn on them radio or listen to them headphone, it's the same crudeness them exposed to. Same crudeness. You can't hide certain things from them again when them flick on YouTube. Everything and anything they on YouTube. And most of them are that them are watch. You see them give the pity them, but them give them what tablet in the school them. Yeah, the tablet go down the tablet to help certain schoolwork. But when the class is over, you hear the minister talk about at least them stay at school now. You think of because them will learn more off of the tablet while them stay at school. Them stay at school because them have no internet connection at them yard. A whole heap of them youth do have no internet connection at them yard. So them prefer their school. So when you see them in that school late, I have to why? See, and now the tablet at work. When I say don't forget them tablet, you know, but you have to really monitor where you go on. And don't go like say you're living on some cloud. Don't go like you're living on a cloud and come go like say, hey, teachers see it. Students them interested in school now, you know. See them staying home. Usually the school will be empty now when school over, you know. The picnic them staying in the school because them don't have no internet connection at them yard. That is the thing. So check it. Check it. Radio personalities, not only in a IRFM, but any disc jock or radio person who are listening to me at this moment, for really consider this month as a month where you are going to take responsibility for what you do and what you project in this month that is called Child's Month. I know it's not much of them listen at this time of the night because I know them have to go up on radio in the morning and the day, so cutting edge is not a program where most disc jocks, well, I shouldn't say that still because I don't know, but I just have to say, in a my little way, you know, may I appeal to radio disc jocks for really take a stock of this month, if it's even for this month, and try to use your voice and the microphone that you have inside of you. Inside of the studio. Just use it and try to see how you can facilitate the upliftment and advancement of this month as it relates to children and parents. Because you can't really elevate Child's Month without include the parent tonight, because it is the parents that is going to make a change and a difference in the child's well-being and welfare. I wonder if you can do that for me. Please, try and make a difference, especially in this month. Yeah. Just so you can do. You'll be surprised to know what a month can do in the life of a child when it comes on to what they hear and what they see. Cutting edge. They make a different, it get a different feeling, especially like how people talk about Child's Month, you know, and you know, people say, boy, every month a child month. I know every month a child month, man. Believe you me, this month especially is recognized that way there, and we have to really take a stock. We have to really take a stock because we are living a time, you know, where it's unbelievable, man. Believe you me, it's unbelievable. You understand? And we who have the mic in front of we, have a power where not even politicians have it. And we are talking about, me talk now as an artist and as a radio person. The artists in a Jamaica have a power where the politicians don't have. Especially the popular artists them. We have power. And you know, when a person have power, you know, he have to watch what he do, you know, because that power not only corrupt others, but it corrupt himself. They can corrupt themselves too. You see the person on the radio where I spout words and I play music. The greatest influence in Jamaica right now is radio. Radio make you buy where you don't want. Radio make you sing where you don't want to sing. And radio make you think or you never really want to think. The media, radio in Jamaica is the most powerful medium for communication in Jamaica. And it is important and necessary that people who depend on the radio understand what them have in front of them, this long phallic symbol near microphone. It look like a phallic symbol. Sometimes I'm afraid to put my mouth beside it. Yeah, but really and truly, this microphone represents the beginning of a voice projection that will scatter itself like wind, scatter all over. It's like the wind, man. Your voice spread, and where you said today, don't stop travel. There's nothing that you say that stop travel because you never hear, because you don't hear it again, you feel it stop travel. It's like the wind that come here and go there, so. Should it pass you feel it stop travel? No, it continue. We are say that this month here, that is recognized as Child's Month, we are asked. You don't have to do it, you know. You don't have to do it. You can't say, why, Musa, you go on with your thing about this and this and that. I play with me, you want to play. You mean? Me no business where you want. Say, popular music me play, that means say, I just popular and I just hype me I work with. Well, you can't do what you do still. But me just say, be cognizant of the month and use the month to really project a side of you that will enable people, parents, and children to recognize that there's something of value in the medium that is influencing them in this time of the year. Because you don't know what will happen next month. Maybe you could have said something this month that will carry someone out there, whether a parent or a child. Maybe you can say something on the radio this month that by the end of the year, it resonates so much that it will allow that child or that parent to safeguard their child and themselves. So we just ask that favor. And upon the radio announcers and the television personalities to take a stock of what them saying and what them playing and what them doing on the radio and the television this month especially. As me say, you don't have to do it, you don't have to, you can't just cross out when I say, you know, it's not something where coming on own a radio station for demand that a person do this on the radio station. I just say, as a concerned artist and as a concerned radio person, we should be able to take heed and realize that this month especially should be a time of reflection of what you actually is doing and saying to your children when you broadcast your voice on the radio. Because what you do today will directly relate to how people react tomorrow. That is what really what I say. So, as me I say, that is just my appeal. Me ask all Neil to do it, you know, as a youth, you know, to just reflect this month here, because we know Neil have youth too. And certain things where you play, certain things where you say, on the radio, on the television, you have to think in your head, how my child react to this when them hear somebody else say it on the radio. When I said this on the radio, how is the next person child reacting to what I say? And when somebody else say what them say on the radio, how is my child or my grandchild reacting to what that person say? Because really and truly, you might be looking and say, why, and that's a picnic there. My picnic different. But you don't know. You don't know, you know, because you see that in the name television and the YouTube, I feed them tube, you know. You see, when it start to grow up your picnic, you go on, man. You go on, things that your picnic are still late at school because I love them, love study. Internet connection, them do have a them yard. It's internet connection. I want to tell the minister of education this. Because I hear them there talk about this thing about, you know, more children now is interested in staying over in school. Them staying over, I want you to know, I don't want to disappoint you, I don't want to throw no hot water in your cold water, and no cold water in your hot water, and that's what I say. A lot of the children, them staying back in school because they do have no internet connection and them yard. You understand? So, message. That is the message. The message is, how are we going to facilitate what we call now Child's Month in relationship to what we do, or we project ourselves on the radio, on the television, as artists? You understand? We know what people that make song now about, very reactive. They might make song now about child this and child that and born pedophile and born this and that. Watch your man. Meanwhile, when they talk about the gay people, them, we pick them, they don't get raped too. And nobody never make no song about no picking rape. I never talk about business with gay. You understand? The gay them get worse now. There's more gay now and more brazen than before. Right? Did I hear about bun this and bun that? As a matter of fact, all the songs them we are talking about bun this and bun that, look like guys just start and say, oh, you make him go on, man. Make him go on. If I ever catch him. All right, we don't go this so. This is the Coaching Edge on IRFM. I go through the pieces. We go through the pieces because we feel it's very important that we say these things. Okay. So make we go to this. And you sit in your house now. Do you know where your children are at this moment in time? Can you say that your child is in bed next door, or your child is sitting outside on the veranda? Do you really know where your child is at this moment? Now, if you don't know where your child there and your child live with you right now, you have to check yourself. Yes, you have to check yourself. How is it that your child live with you underage, and you can't tell if your child there next door play with some other youth, which I'm not supposed to play with a youth now, them was a night, yeah. Supposed to in your yard with you. If you don't know where your child is at 11:45 right now, you really have to check yourself. Because me I tell you, something wrong with you. Something wrong with you. And a whole heap of youth in a garrison area. Whole heap of youth in a garrison area right now, they on some corner with some youth that plan some terrible things. And you sit down in your yard now. You go down and watch all TV and I watch some blue movie. And meanwhile you watch a blue movie, you listen to Muta over there, so. Because you multitask your brain, you know. Your eyes see the movie and your ears are listen to Muta. Muta asks you now if you know where you're picking there right now at something to 12. Can you truly say that you're picking the next door? I watch blue movie too. Or you pick it down the road with two guys, we organize a little thing. If you done a guy around the corner or something. Obviously the people them come from church. And the man tell a little youth say, that's Muda Baruka, you know, he's good poet, best poet and all this thing. And when we look on the little youth, you know, me I tell you, how them dress the youth, you know. Them dress the youth like them going to put him in a coffin. The youth have on suit with don't fit him properly still, you know. With bow tie. I mean, I tell you it's about weird. And then when we look on the little girl, she dressed, my mother used to say, dress to puss foot. I don't know how puss foot stay with the dress, but my mother used to say, wife dress to puss foot. The little picnic dress up, them dress like all big people where go Easter service dress. Some little picnic, you know, them do ever reach, I don't ever think them reach all 10 or 11 yet. Believe you me. Now, why I mention that is this now. Why is it that Jamaican people, actually you were thinking, you know, I was just reminded that the two little people them was dressed in the sun hat. The sun did that boy, you know them say March was the hottest month in 40 years. Yes, them say March was the hottest month in 40 years. And you know, they say that get hotter now. But how can you dress a little picnic that way there? In a condition like Jamaica where the sun has scorched on the picnic. And it's church them a go, our church them a come from. So may I say now, why may I say that is said this now? That you have a whole heap of parents who dress them picnic like the picnic them is some big people, which even if me was a even big person that's supposed to dress that way, especially now. Especially in a them time, yeah. When you have a picnic, when you have a parents that dress a picnic like a big person, you're in a serious problem, you're in a psychological craziness that, you know. A child supposed to look like a child when them dress up. A child is supposed to look like a big woman when them dress. And you have some people now, them have some little picnic, and the picnic are dressed like them a go at some whorehouse, or like them a go at some go-go club, just like how the parents dress, the picnic dress same way. You have some little, I mean, me not talk about no teenager neither, you know. Me talk about to 12. You know, say 13, 14, but to 12. When you look at the little picnic them, you say, oh my God, man, you're sorry for the picnic them, you know, Rasta. But they know it's a mentality, you know. You have some parents have a mentality about them. See? When you look at the picnic here, you see all sorts of different color in the picnic here, you know, with the clip-on thing, where them buy like made in China clip-on, where them buy the pack, all 50 them on the pack for 10 cents and all them really, when you go foreign. And them have the whole of them at the picnic here, cock also, and then them have some, I mean really, you might ask what that have to do with the mind of the picnic them, but it have something to do with the mind. Maybe not the picnic mind, but your mind, as it relates to your children. Because now you take the picnic out of a child farm into a big person farm, where them do ever reach a stage yet to become big person or big people. You're supposed to look at a little girl and know it's a little girl that. You're supposed to look at a little boy and know it's a little boy that. You're not supposed to dress up a little boy in a big man clothes and a little girl in a big woman clothes. Because you have some man out there where it's like free mind. I tell him, say, if you dress like a big man, you're a big man. And if you dress like a big woman, you're a big woman. And so we are talking about it, you know, because dressing don't have nothing to do with why you must dress or why you must dress that way there, you know. But it has something to do with the connection where you make with your child and with the idiot guy out there. When I relate to your child like how the father should be related to, and sometimes the father themselves have a problem with how them picnic look in the house, especially if it's all a stepfather where feels them to have no connection, bloodline with the picnic where in the house. And when the picnic comes say, Daddy, you touch me there, and Daddy don't touch me there. And when you go tell the mother say, I lie, I tell you, I broke up you and broke up me and my man. You poopa left me and go in America with next woman. And imagine the man coming here and take you like him own picnic. And you tell lie upon the man. And so people go on, you know. And so people go on. Them never usually want to believe the picnic. When the picnic say, you know, say, Uncle Tom, you know, it's another thing that you know, call about Uncle Tom, you know, because Uncle Tom, you know, say, Uncle Tom carry me go in at the toilet the other day, and me tell him, say, I want pee-pee. And then take off my pants and I hold my penis over the thing. And when the wee I come up, I see him move up and dog him and, hey, a terrible thing, you know. Terrible thing. So when the picnic come now and start to tell the parent, especially the mother, you know, because usually the mother, the picnic tell it, you know. The mother cussed the picnic because she a prostitute herself with this man in the house. Because she don't have nothing. And the little old dirty pooper run left her Ghana foreign. So she have to secure for her little whatsoever she get from this man. So she now believe nothing when the picnic come say. Nothing at all. It's a serious thing, you know. It's a terrible thing we live in now. Me I tell the mothers of Jamaica, you know, You see, anytime your picnic tell you something when it related to that, me not tell you must believe it just so you know. But check it out. Check it out. Because more than likely, a little picnic with under 12-year-old, now go just come say that so. That little picnic would have to be so devious and so cruel. If you just go make up that. Because really and truly, little picnic not really sit down and, I mean, picnic plan for going at the fridge, go take out certain things and make them mother not know and all them something there. You know what I mean? But if you go really look at all the man in the house, you know, and think up that. You know, more than likely I'll go picnic and sit down and think up that. So we have to really watch it. We have to really watch the message. The message. You understand? And don't throw away the baby with the bath water. The time is 12 o'clock. You know, I sit down in our church Saturday. I sit down at the church and I listen to this preacher. And the preacher said, what will your children say of you when you die? It's serious. When you die, what will your children say about you? What in your lifetime did you do? Or what did you do in your lifetime to influence people around you that they can say this person, this parent was good. This parent taught me something. This parent helped me to make myself a better person. We are asking parents them who are listening to me right now, especially those in the garrison area them. When you die, what you think your children will say of you? Will they just say, she was my mama? Or will they say, you know, she or he helped me to go through life because of something she did or say in her lifetime that stuck with me, stay with me over a period of time, and it influenced me to go through. Now you have to ask yourself that question, and we have posed that question to you right now, Thursday, the 7th of May, Child's Month. What will your children say of you when you die? We have played them for a reason. We not just haphazardly have played the music. So here we are saying now. You know, see a whole lot of people criticize Bob Marley over the years and why him smoke ganja, have too much picnic and all them something there. Can't make him a national hero. Him not a good example of how manhood supposed to be. But here we know. Which one of Bob Marley picnic them? I go around the place and I beg people to help them because they can't go to school, because they don't have no money to go at this side. Which one of Bob Marley picnic them I do that? The whole heap of picnic them where the society or some of the people in that society I say, well, man, it have too much picnic. Look here, man. Not one of him picnic them. I sit in the sidewalk and beg bread. And without a doubt, more than likely, you would want to beg them more than them I beg you. No, the message is this now. What can you do to prevent yourself from having so much children that you cannot say like Bob Marley, not one of my children will sit on the sidewalk and beg bread? Because, you see, if you can't afford one, why you want to have two? Don't make no man come tell you about, oh, man, feel like stand on the seashore, stand on the seashore. If you can't afford one, why you want to have two? You know, it's problem you put yourself in. It's problem you put yourself in. Because if you can't afford for your children grow up like how you want the children to be grown up independent of the begging, independent of you sending your picnic on the corner to go hustle, independent of you making your children go do things where you yourself not doing. If you can't do that, then why the hell you would want more than one picnic? If you can't afford 2 picnic, why you don't want 3? If you can't afford 3 picnic, why you don't want 4? Because it's a sin, if there's such a thing, for parents to send them picnic on the road, be insulted, dehumanized, and sometimes even take part in sexual activities that them never want even them do. Bob Marley said, not one of them picnics shall sit in the sidewalk and beg bread. No, they can't, and them won't. So, don't criticize. Don't criticize. Because you say, Bob Marley pity them did that suffer. You hear, yeah man, you see, dirty Rasta man, look how much people breed up woman, and they can't afford to pick them. How much people in a Jamaica can say that? How much people in a trench town where Bob Marley used to live can say, not one of them picnic shall sit in the sidewalk and beg bread? How much people in a St. Anne where Bob Marley born can say, not one of my picnic shall sit in the sidewalk and beg bread? When you have all 5, 6, 7 picnic. I mean, now send me picnic out there. Go do things that is not of a child and where I wouldn't do. Serious thing. Cutting edge.
Motor.
Yes, blessed.
You know, that it's coincidental you talk about Bob Marley because that's what I to talk about.
Talk, man.
Over the years, I've been a guy who, you know, not really, when people talk about Bob Marley dead of cancer, I don't believe them thing there because of the lifestyle when they live, you know. So, I'm going to do some research and you have different people with them different theories, but I buck up on one on YouTube where it look like this guy talking facts. If you go up on YouTube and type in conspiracy or what name?
Yeah, we know about the conspiracy, but tell me about the one where you are talking about now, because I want a conspiracy about Baba and him death and all them stuff there. So you tell me about the one now where you just find on YouTube.
It has say the son of the director of the CIA bring Bob shoes, a pair of boots, have one copper wire in it, and juke him. And that's the day after him get shot. When they go up a Blue Mountain. So I trace him, go up there and give him the shoe and juke him in the same toe and get the cancer. And
the thing where juke him give him cancer?
Yeah, juke him in the toe. You know, the boots so him get as a present from the youth.
And it give him cancer?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
I'm not sure if it's a cancer still, but you can look on YouTube it name.
No, me not disbelieve you when you said that, because me hear about other things too, you know. Me hear about other conspiracies too. You know, see? So one says joking and foot, all other things. So, yeah.
Yeah, but the reason I'm telling about this one, because this one, him put together enough things all about some different people, all about John F. Kennedy involved in it too, some sort of thing like that. But that's a tell us.
Yeah, man. Me I listen to you, man.
Like, maybe make O'Brien go look at it name conspiracy or...
No, me not disbelieve you, brethren. Hear what? Me not disbelieve what you say now. What me I say is that there's a whole heap of conspiracy theory out there about how Bob Marley dead. And this is just the next one where you are talking about now. You understand? Because all of them sound convincing, you know.
Them really say the treatment where the Nazi doctor did kill him still.
That me I say all of that too, we hear. All of that we hear too.
It named coincidence or conspiracy, Bob Marley.
Yeah, all right, Bridget, give thanks, yeah? Yes. Not one of my seeds shall sit in the sidewalk and bake bread. Them did have a slogan said, 2 is better than too many. We need to bring back that slogan there, you know. I think in the late 70s, them did have a slogan said, 2 is better than too many. We need to bring back that slogan there, you know, and make them paint them on the wall. 2 is better than too many. Because you have a whole heap of man about the place I talk about. You have some Rasta man out there, you know. Yeah, well, I tell you, you know, you see the Bible thing there. You see when a man start eat the Bible, like says it's some nice Hakian tofu and thing he might eat. Or some nice vegetable he might eat. You see when a man start eat the Bible, him chat pure foolishness, you know. And you have some Rasta man out there talk about, say, man fi have picnic like sand on the seashore. A madness is a psychological religious fanaticism where it's crazy when you hear man start to talk them thing there, you know. Both say man fi have picnic like sand on the seashore, you know. And the weirdest thing about it, him have the picnic them, you know, and a whole heap of time him have the picnic them for different woman. And then you hear him talk about, then what? Then a Solomon where I work with, you know. Solomon have 700 wife and 300 concubine. And Solomon father stand up on a house top. When I will house top, look through window and see a man wife. And when him go hear to the man wife work with him as a soldier, him send the man in a war and tell the soldier them say, watch out. When Uriah going at the front, you know, draw back and make them kill him. You know why David do that? Because he want to take with the man wife. Yet still the Bible say David's like is of God own heart. I don't know how people write them things. I expect all a man like me to come grasp that, you know. So David is of God own heart, you know. Send the man go in the thing, get the man killed and take with him wife. And now me must accept that as a godly man. Now, these Rasta man where they about the place now where him get the woman in a psychological madness thing by say she have to have out her lot. And some man talk, you know. Yeah, you hear the woman that say she want to have out her lot. So him have so much picnic. So much picnic about the place. That's something if I remember some of their name. And then when him sick, him can't help the picnic, them can't help him. Then what was the purpose? What was the purpose? More than now you bring a level of way. You bring a way in the world where you almost like you create a spiritual monster. Because if you know, say, you're not in the position to take care of your children until them reach a stage where them can take care of themselves. And even when them reach a stage where them can take care of themselves, you must still be there. I don't know what I have 2 daughters. I don't know what my 2 daughters could have do in life that I could say, I don't want to see them again. I don't know what them could have do. Because all me I think in my mind say, are my children them. And, you know, it's just my pity them. Me have some brethren who look at me and say, Musa, you know nothing with some brethren, you know, some woman too. You have some woman out there and say, boy, Musa, a man like you, I'm going to 2 picnic you have. We don't know what they mean by, well, we know what they mean by that still, but me say, but what me I say, but what you mean? That 2 picnic me have, man, what you mean? I say, then most artists like all you, most celebrity like you, you know. I say, used to be, you know, be the damn elephant, you know, and be the damn ninja, you know. So nobody come get me mixed up in like things. Because you see, if me have picked this up, me know some artists and musicians where don't see them pick until they go up on tour. Because them can't afford to pay a plane fare for go to one of them picnic where them breed up a woman in America, in Europe. And they, if them now go up on a tour, them can't take a plane fare and take for them picnic to come to them or them to go to them picnic. Then what kind of madness that? Why I should have on a tour, get a woman pregnant, she live in Germany, me live in Jamaica, me can't tell my picnic say a plane ticket you come visit me or me go visit my picnic in Germany until me here say me all this I go up on tour regular, don't worry, me go see my picnic. A madness. It's madness. A man having picnic, him can't leave him picnic to any whims and fantasies out there. Then where do you, what is the purpose of that? If you just say, well, all right, no, me have a picnic in Germany, you know. Yeah, man, you want to see the picnic, see the picture, yeah? And I'll show you all the picture of the picnic. The picture of the picnic don't even look like you neither. Because some of them all have some picnic there where, trust me, man, snow no white like them picnic there. Believe you me. But man boast about all them something there. And then you wonder how the place tastes up. You wonder how the place tastes, you know. And man, hang them thing like, you know, like red peas, you know, like you pick out weave loads of rice. You know, and you know matter, you just pick out the weave and throw it, Well, I mean, I don't know, it's a thing. This is Child's Month. This is Child's Month. Man, them out there. And where I say, man out there who have picked this can't be able to hear that tune here and don't feel funny. A family man working for your children. Because, you know, some people say your children is your passport to your life. Maybe when you find yourself in our next position, your children will come to help you. But once the time when you neglect your children, that there's no structure in your relationship with your children, that you can say, this is my child, and my child don't say, oh, you know, like, you know, this I had that, you know, and when me did want to go school or when me did want to go, hey, a whole heap of things, me could play the thing about, because the woman them, no care why, no care how them can't help, you know. It's like there's some compassion, there's some godliness in the woman that no matter what, she always try to find some way out for her children. Man kind of take a different level. Some man, him have a picnic and that is it. Him gone to the next farm. Go plant seed over there so and forget about the one over there so. And sometime when he is reminded about the one over there so, it's like him a go on like an female. So the woman have to stand up by herself. And the society itself is not protecting family. So here we go now with the next part of the problem. Because there's a complexity of problems here and enough things that is creating it. What we are talking about right now is we are going in Jamaica right now with the children them. We are saying it our own way. Here comes the next part of it now. That is a big, big problem. Because the society has not been able to facilitate family structure as it was. according to them in the good old days. The society has not been able to organize a system that will allow families to prosper economically, socially, spiritually. So we have what we find now, whole heap of children on the street, skylarking them life away, because this is how them parents set them. Because the society is not doing the work that the society was ordained, well, not even ordained, wrong word. We elect people to build structures and infrastructures to keep families together. And when these structures and infrastructures are not put in place, we have what we have in Jamaica right now. And the words is as relevant today as it was when Harris and they sing it in our young days. So, where is the good old days? If a song that was made in the good old days is still as relevant today as it was in the good old days. So tell it to the children, don't make what was hidden from you hidden from them. Yes. May I tell you, man, Ijaman Levi belting it out loud and clear. Tell it to the children, don't make what was hidden from you hidden from them. You know, so we can't play one Ijaman Levi if we're in this mood, if we're in this vein, we can't play one Ijaman Levi. Relevant music. Yeah, man, we'll go through the pieces. So here we go. The continent, yes. Yeah.
Yeah, greetings, Brother Muta.
Blessed man.
Yeah, respect me, brethren. First, I must give thanks to the eye and Sister Kabu, man like Jerry's Kumal and others for keeping the fire burning, see?
Yeah, man, give thanks.
Love the work for the eye that I do, and I've been keeping in touch when I can and trying to do my thing right. But here now, Brother Muta, when you lock a door with a key, see? No, you can only open the door with the same key where you lock it with, not true?
Well, you can't go make one.
Yeah, but you have to have a key
for open the
that
door.
fit that lock.
Yeah.
See? All right. Well, hear this now, my brethren. The African race have been locked in a mind prison called Christianity. Okay? And the key to open that prison is the Bible. Okay? We, all of us who born and living right now.
Wait, hold on, stick up in. You say black people get locked in a prison.
In a mind prison.
Named Christianity.
Yes, sir.
And the only way to open it is the Bible.
Yes, sir.
But the Christians don't use the Bible?
Yes, sir. And that is why you need the same key to open, because we are locked in that religion. Yeah. Right? But to open, to free our consciousness from the Bible lessons, right, we need to know the language that the Bible is speaking. Now, that book was written in two languages, my brethren. Okay? One for those who are not in the know, right, to read it and see the literal word and take them as gospel. But then, those who are the initiates or people in the secret societies, they know the real symbolic meaning behind the literal word what the normal people are reading. Okay? Now, the Jesus story, okay, that is all allegory. Okay? Now, the Jesus story is a sun myth religion. Okay? We were taught that Jesus...
Tell the people when you say allegory what you mean. Because I would
allegory means fairy tales.
Allegory mean fairy tale?
Allegories.
Allegories mean fairy tale?
Yes, sir. Right. Every word.
Hold on. When you're looking at your dictionary,
Yes, sir.
You say allegory mean fairy tale?
Yes, sir. If you follow every word, any word that you can think of, Brother Muta, every single word from A to Z is linked. Okay? And every word have a root meaning. Okay? Now, take this word religion. Okay? People think religion is a good thing, yeah? But if you break down the word religion, it is a Latin verb for a word called religare. Now, religare means to tie back, to hold back, to thwart from forward progress, and to bind. Okay, those are the definitions for religion. So, religion actually, it was created to keep the people mentally stagnated. See, now Jesus' story we are told that he was the only man to walk from water, turn water into wine.
Hold on, you know, so I'm not give the whole time, the whole talk, to talk about the whole Bible. I'm not give the whole time to talk about the whole Bible. So come to where you say.
Well, I'm saying the book.
You really call for.
All right, okay, well, the Bible, okay, it is not what people think it is. They need to get to know the symbolical language, right? It is not a good book. It was designed and written specifically to condition African people's mind.
So never ask you again. So never ask you again. Me ask you about 3 times already.
Yeah.
When you looking at the dictionary, you say allegory means fairy tale?
Yes, sir.
I bet you say if you're looking at the dictionary, you know to say allegory means fairy tale.
All right. Well, I check the mirror upon my laptop, right?
No,
I look in the dictionary.
Yeah, looking at
in the Tataros. In the Tataros on the laptop, it gives you a whole heap of definitions for allegories.
And it's a fairy tale.
Yes, sir. Okay. All right. Listen to this, Muta, before me cut off, right?
No,
yes,
hold on, man. Me could go back on the word allegory now, man.
All right.
Call out the meanings where you have in your dictionary.
Well, me not have them in front of me right now. Because I'm never prepared to go through that.
No, but right. You never prepared. Because you say allegory mean fairy tale.
Yeah, well, if you check it, well, I thought people would know that, you know, but the people are not.
But I don't know that. I don't know what allegory mean fairy tale.
But you don't know everything, brother.
No, but allegory know everything. Hold on, man. Allegory know everything.
Okay, all right. Well,
the word allegory know everything, you know. You come say allegory mean fairy tale. And I question your definition of allegory.
Okay, all right. And we're going to leave that for now, right? I'm going to show you. Let me just say this quick before the thing run out, right? Now, Jesus was, we are told, walk on water and do all these miracles, right?
Yeah.
Now, we are told that he was the only man to do that, not true?
Yeah.
Okay. So how is it?
To walk on water?
Yeah, and raise the dead and all these miracles what Jesus supposed to have done.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to say now, according to the Bible, he was the only one who did these things, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, well, but that is not so, my brethren.
Who else in the Bible walk on water?
Pardon?
Who else in the Bible walk on water?
Not in the Bible. This is it. This is what I'm saying. It's not everything.
All right, so who else walk on water? Tell me who else walk on water.
Okay, then Krishna. Lord Krishna was born in 1200 BC, right?
Yeah. Them same walk on water too.
Hear this, man. When Krishna was born, angels, shepherds, and prophets attended. And gold, frankincense, and myrrh was bought as gifts when, when Confucius was born.
Same way with Confucius, same way with
exactly. Okay.
So what is the point? What is the point?
The point is, how can a story that is original in the AD era be found in writing thousands of years before it was supposed to happen?
Because them are copy.
Exactly. Well, this is the point I'm trying to make, my brother.
So how the Bible go open back? How the Bible go open the door now?
Because when people
close the door, the Bible did close the door.
Yes, because people believe everything what them reading.
So how the Bible going to open the door now? Tell me how the experience, how the Bible going to open the door.
When the people then realize who the God of the Bible is, he's not a good God, my brethren.
Okay.
Yes. So when they realize who the God of the Bible is.
So it's a fairy tale.
Yeah, it's all fairy tale, and I've got the proof for everything I'm saying. So, I can prove it.
All right, you have the proof, say allegory mean fairy tale?
Yeah, well, you can check that yourself, brethren. I don't have to do that.
You want me tell you what allegory mean?
Yeah.
Wait, something plug out. Yeah, you want me to tell you what allegory mean, brethren?
Yeah. Okay.
Allegory is a story, a poem, or a picture which can be interpreted to reveal a hidden meaning.
Exactly.
Typically a moral or political one. That don't mean fairy tale. It don't have nothing resembling fairy tale. So. It's a poem, story, or picture which can be interpreted to reveal a hidden meaning.
All right, okay, Brother Muta. Make me know about go through that one time.
No, make me not give no more chance. Me I tell you about what allegory mean.
All right, okay, well.
So we have to move now. We have to move.
All right, baby.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. The man said the Bible close me, so the Bible have to open me. And him use allegories there too. Yeah, about the door, the key, and the opening of the thing, full of allegories. I don't know if it's fairy tale that, but him full of allegories, man. Believe you me. Okay. So we are continuing the journey now. I wish I was there. At this we did there, you know. Come to this word that the brethren used a while ago, allegory. You know, in the African retention from the Asante, we have a spider named Anansi. Anansi the spider, when you listen to a spider, Anansi story, I make you even carry you back into Africa. For those of you who know about Aesop, Aesop was an Ethiopian who wrote what them called the Aesop fables. Go look it up. Aesop fables. Now, Aesop, like Anansi stories, most of these stories use animals. But the animal them is just a method to convey a greater meaning. So sometimes a poet or a painter write or paint something, but what you're looking on describes something else. So it's an underlying meaning. What you see is not what you get sometimes. So the poet form and fashion words in a way that is allegorical. Now you have to find the hidden meaning to what that poem is saying or what that story is saying. So, an allegory is not a fairy tale. An allegory is a story that is fashioned in such a way that you have to look on the underlying meaning of what is said on top. So sometimes it's not what you read is what is meant. So when you hear about Brother Nancy, it's not the spider that is important in the Anansi story. It's the message that the Anansi story is conveying to the reader or to the listener. That is what you call an allegory. When you read Aesop fables, if you read that, you know them have a thing about Aesop, about the tortoise and the rabbit and the race, and them draw up a rabbit and a tortoise. You know the tortoise move slow. It move very slow. And the rabbit move very fast. Well, the story is that the two of them are race, the tortoise and the rabbit are race. And the way the rabbit are move fast, him decides him to catch and wait and rest. Because him say, the tortoise move too slow, him can't take a little nap. And the tortoise still never reach and pass him. Lo and behold, the rabbit find a tree and start to rest. And the tortoise was there slowly. The rabbit now wake. And the tortoise win the race. Now, that story have a greater message than a rabbit and a tortoise of race. There is a story. There is a message behind that story. That is what you call allegory. That is what you call an allegory. An allegory is a story that is used to convey a hidden message. It's like a code Like a man tell you a code, but what him tell you is not actually what him mean. So you have to go now dig under the message and find the meaning of what him saying. That is allegory. So, brethren, you have to go revise your idea for allegory. Fairy tale is fairy tale. Brother Nancy's story is not a fairy tale. Brother Nancy's story is a story with an underlying meaning. Aesop fables is not fairy tale. It have an underlying meaning. And if you find most of these stories, Humpty Dumpty sat on the wall, it's not a fairy tale, you know. It have an underlying meaning. The man who write it, put it that way. But if you actually know when him write it, why him write it, you'll realize it's not a egg him did that talk about. You understand? Humpty Dumpty sat on the wall, Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. It's not a egg him did that talk about. But we never really take the opportunity, or we was not taught that this story it was an allegory. It have a greater meaning. A lot of the stories in the Bible is allegories. I agree with him, but it's not fairy tale. You know, some of them may stretch. Some of them may stretch, really. I mean, like Moses part the Red Sea and walk across it. No, that is a lie. That's not a fairy tale. That's a lie. That is a damn lie. But Moses part Red Sea and how many people, 1 million people walk across, and when Pharaoh army come, it drown the whole of them. That is not a fairy tale. That is a lie. Okay, so here we go now.
You know, children, you know, me are really a reason about, you know.
Yeah, man.
To go and take place with the children, them, you know. And I realize the subconsciousness where we as black people come together to uplift the consciousness there, you know. And I'm glad to see the power there push down and hold the faith and push it forward to some upliftment. But we need a spiritual reinforcement that is the whole universe, that oneness in our fullness. There is at this moment, Mota, the true identity that is the source of life is right in present of all universe present at this moment. But when I look at it, it must be the light and the dark that is right in front of you now. Your reflection, when the light shines on you, you left the reflection and your shadow. The shadow is the dark that shadow the universe in oneness with itself. So if you go up in the sky, it did it. If you go to the bottom of the ocean, it did it.
Hold on, brethren.
It did it.
Let me ask you a question. How a long time I not hear from you? Must about some 10 years, 12 years now I not hear from you. Where did they?
Well, I was stillness, not the calmness, or the darkness.
All right, let me tell you something now. You might not believe it, but let me tell you something now. This is a serious thing, you know. Sunday, a man said to me, warm to darkness. Oh, come a long time, me no hear him call you. And brethren, you call me Wednesday. What a serious judgment.
Mount up upon other radio stations.
Me glad to hear from you. I'm glad to hear from you, you know, brethren.
Yeah, but you see, right now, the children, they are different, you know.
Go on, time. I tell you, say a man ask me about you. Say a long time, no hear you call me. I mean, was it about 10 years now, you know, call me?
Mota, yeah, I understand the levels.
Yeah, so go on, talk. You can go on, talk. Go on, talk. I give you a chance to talk. Go on, talk.
You see, there's a spiritual connection to life. Your spiritual connection, if you don't identify that identity to be certain, because remember, so we're coming to a period of slavery, you know. The change that's taken off our ancestors' feet, but mentally, you're trapped to not know the truth about life. So, the food where you're getting right, you know, the genetic food and where we are eat, enslave the mind. The juice and where you get, enslave your mind, see you here. It trap the mind. Watch it again. You see, if the truth will set you free, you have to be humble and be open-minded to the subconsciousness and righteousness. Everyone saying the same source, but it's not everyone identify that source to be certain of the source of life. That life is in front of everyone, because you can see it as a natural energy. That energy, it is in oneness with itself. So, you see, when a man says God,
Yahweh, Jehovah, Savior, Allah, are the same source you call upon, you know. Because that source, it only can identify itself in oneness. Where you're there at this moment, the source must be the calmness of all creation. When you go to your bed, you go recharge your energy and you go in a stillness, because the source that is the recharging energy is the dark in the stillness of itself. So creation, man who come and represent earth, know the supreme. So if them can distract you from the supreme identity, that means you carry back in an illusion until you say you can't see God. But you can't say Rastafari in his pure formation, and you can't say Haile Selassie identity. Every name you call, there is a oneness to that name, because all names lead to the light and the darkness. If you leave the flesh at this moment, you're going back to the existence of life, because life is always here. Life regenerates itself. The eternal life that is the existence of life. The system no one you know say you can have eternal life when you leave this flesh to rebirth again. Just like how Jesus rebirth, these great men rebirth. Every man have that willpower there. But if it's taken away from you, you're not going to know the truth, because only the truth can set you free. And what I'm saying to the universe and to the life itself right now, may I see the Almighty, the dark Almighty, as the light and the dark. Why? Because the darkness calmed the nation to put everything. When 6 o'clock comes, you see the fall, I won't go for him roost, you know. Then you see the plant, them go rest, because they have to recharge, you know, the creator, calmness of a stillness to recharge them energy. But on the human disobey, to human know say, well, we can't come enslave the youth them right now and trick them within the thing. You see the herb when them say free up, herb no free. You have to pay feed, because I find 5 trees, plant 5 trees in a yard, and 1 tree weigh a pound when it come. So you know, say 5 pounds, so we'll pay for the next 3 pounds. Babylon come take pay feed and lock you up too, on top of it. If them say if you smoke the herb, yeah, you can't smoke it, but when you in certain public and certain things, they will charge you and cost you money same way. So you still appear within the system automatically. Is to enslave the youth and take away. Babylon oppress the poor at all time. Them don't want to see the poor uprise. Why? Because the poor uprise, the subconscious of themselves. Is only the spiritual consciousness can guide you and push you forward to elevate your spiritual movements, awareness of your subconsciousness to righteousness. So when I say to the universe, you see it as the reflection, I want to say that is a shadow, that is the darkness, that is the light in oneness. Them work together. It's only mankind that make a division to that level of consciousness, but you don't escape the dark. If you go on and the grave.
So the fullness of what you talk about is the light is in the darkness. That is what you really say. The light in the darkness. All right,
but the dark and the light work together.
Yeah, me know that. But we just say, we understand what you say. The darkness is the light is in the darkness. If there is no darkness, you don't have no light.
So them work together. So they say the source now.
Well, you know, we give thanks to hear your call again after about 10 years, you know. Believe you me. Me don't wonder which part you're there, but we give thanks to you. You hear, Bridget?
Muta, me not know what family, you know, every time you look and see your shadow, it's the dark. The dark is representative of yourself.
All right, sir.
Know that one, spread it.
Give thanks, Bridget.
More strength and more life.
Yeah, man. Me I tell you, me don't know if I the Bridget. It's ironical that a man had me film Sunday down at West Street, you know. A man had me film down at West Street. Warm to darkness. And darkness called me the Wednesday. I don't know if it's him and the bridge that communicate. I want to see him and the bridge that communicate in darkness. Because in darkness, the brother asked me to, you know. Yeah, it's in the night because the brother asked me, we warm to darkness. And darkness called me in the early morning, in the darkness. You know them way there. We give thanks to you, I tell you, we give thanks to you, a long time, I say, I could have more than 10 years, you know, because one time I used to call the program regular, you know, but maybe too much light in the program and not enough darkness. Okay, all right. Here we go. Mal and Dean Fraser.
Away from the illusion.
This is the Cutting Edge on RFM.
Freedom.
You know, so we're going to play our next, yours truly. You're going to play our next one, and after the advertisement, then we'll come to you the next one. Why, you know, so we'll be back here from 2 to 5:45 with the stepping razor, the art of war. So, we want you up this man in a man to be African symbol responsible for this junior. This is the latest offering today, what you call the recording industry. Life. Well, if you never see IRFM grounds here, trust me, it transforms itself, man. Believe you me. Big things are going on here tomorrow, you know, IRFM here, so. Free for come in. Well, later. Yeah, man. Now, may I tell you? The place transformed. I never knew it was IRFM grounds at the pan. Yeah, man. Tomorrow, all the ministers and prime ministers and delegates and people who's creating things, new entrepreneurs, old entrepreneurs and all these things will be right here converging on the grounds of IRFM, and we will be here broadcasting. We know Ellis Kelly program will be broadcasting live, and my program here will be here where we can't say live because it never did. We're there, so. But yes, it look away out there. I mean, I can't park. Them tell me say tomorrow I can't park my car inside. Can you believe that? Them say boots and tomorrow you cannot park your car. You have to go over to. Well, I wish plate them I said me go again. Tropical battery. We have to go over tropical battery to park our cars, you know. We are telling you, man, because that even that car can't hold inside that, you know. Trust me, man. Trust me. Never see IRFM look so yet. And they are 20 years and never see the ground look so yet. So big things, big things are going for IRFM tomorrow. Broadcasting live, yes. Okay. So, before we go, we have to play a tribute to this man here. Same tune. You understand? So, great artist, great African American artist who has done much for soul music. From a little picnic, we hear say him was first with the Drifters. Him never do much song with the Drifters, even though the Drifters have enough song, but it's like Jerry Butler used to do with the Impressions, you know, and they hear Curtis Mayfield come take over. But Benny King, great artist, pass away. We love his music then. We're going to play a track from Benny King on IRFM. And because for those of you who know in my age and maybe 40-year-old, your mother used to play them tune, 30-year-old, your father used to play them tune. You know, so he's a great artist. The Drifters, great group. So we're going to play a tune where Benny King come to Jamaica. And it look like him not going to fall in love with that with Jamaica, but him fall in love with that Jamaican. And him go back and make this tune here. So we want to play this tune here by Benny King. It just simply name Jamaica. That's why. And we just playing a tune here where we think is very relevant in terms of its contents. Man talking about Jamaica and the woman who find down here. So Benny King was the lead singer once for the Drifters. Then him go solo. Many hits. Would I like to have an hour appear Benny King, you know. I wonder if we have an hour left. We have 20 minutes left. Would I like to have an hour appear Benny King? Believe you me. You know them way there? But them claims IRFM this. That's it. And when I want to broke up the rule, them still, you know. You know, broke up the rule, them. But if you pay tribute to a great artist, I don't know, nobody can chastise you for that. You understand? You pay tribute to one of the great singers of all times, one of the greatest singers of all time, and come on to black music and its relationship to all black people carve out a niche for themselves in the white world. You understand? So, we say, we're going there again soon from, what we say, 2 o'clock? Yes, 2 o'clock to 5:45 with the program called The Stepping Razor, the art of war. Where did this all? We did this all. All right, I'm going to pick it. Top Portmore, Zuri Ajani with this tune. It's sweet. We love this tune, I know. Believe you be. Sweet music. Float on. This is called A Leap of Faith, man. For me, man, the music sweet. The music sweet. So, from one artist to the next artist. Here's the next artist I know we're going to play, I know. The man at the boat from my idea, my knee, according to what them usually say. The man I sing from me got school. The man I sing and you know, say, if you don't know who I sing, I believe, say, some soul singer from America I sing. So, we want to give you Bonnie Brown. You know them way there? We just take it nice and easy. You know them way? Whole soul. Matrix is in the house. I know there's a Matrix starts stay, you know, regular, you know. I see my some hours when I'm not supposed to there, you know. Him depend the entertainment buzz last week when I go outside I see him out there. I don't understand where I go on. Who run you out of your house, man? Eh? Nobody run out of your house. I hear say you go on with big things, man. You take over. Alright, sir. Believe you me. I hear the advertisement, them sound powerful, man. Yes, okay. So, Matrix in the house. And we're going to go to this tune by Marcia Griffith. Because them want to sleep, but them really don't want to sleep and miss out. Not a inch of cutting edge. You understand? So, we give thanks to all the people them who put on tea and food. All the security guard, them and the taxi man, them who say they now move until the program done. You could have ball blood, them now move. Give thanks to all the dressmaker them and the carpenter them who turn out them really loud. Make people a ball out. Say, turn down your radio, that dirty boy you listen to. Alright, sir. Okay. We got to do that tune right now. Later.